EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Smith going to go to the air first play. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here we go, set. Throw, 52. Quick, Miller.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. First carry for Raheem Mostert. That one a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua gets this to his running back, Jeff Wilson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Right, 60. Check right.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 7, Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just...
2nd and 10 coming up. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one thing it off.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped.
For their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 10.
The report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Lockett the man in motion. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's the game. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
70 Ranger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2 and now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Tua on 4th down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Tua now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. To the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to. Now receiver in motion left. Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Walker. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try the air now with Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Okay, ready?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, here's Mostert again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Tanner Muse there defensively.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line, and linebacker second level, and the secondary the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 27, Tua. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Tua. Going right back to Wilson. Touchdown! Jeff Wilson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a offensive swing, but credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And some room to work. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down, Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now Geno on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a fourth-quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, Paul Barrett. I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the sack on first down, Smith, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
But such... This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Smith going to look to throw right away. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Verone McKinley. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Ready, break. 6, level. Strike 2.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 32 that time. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
Now Smith. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to pass. Tua steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Smith. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd and goal, Tua eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 and now on first down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 and now on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he completes it to Wilson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing is Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Geno. Returning right back to Lockett. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Smith throwing again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Right through. Yellow, go. Ready?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
97. Check pitch. Cut.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down. Thomas Morstead leads one formation for the Dolphins.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. You may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Hold it ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
60
At the 26-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Here we go.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
70 Timberwolves.
Throwing now is Geno. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
14 Lions. Warriors 17.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 7th and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go. Here we go. Get ready.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Mostert. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
They'll run with Mostert.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Raheem Mostert
Taking it in from a yard.